So I've just been hearing about this belief that everyone's hearing your thoughts, that they're kind of somehow being transmitted into their heads. And it sounds as though out of all the things that are going on, that's the thing that's most distressing for you, that other people can actually read your thoughts.
I could cope with all of the rest, but I'm really anxious. See, I'm sweating just now, and I'm really worried about all these people knowing my thoughts.
Right, okay. I mean, one of the things that I think we need to do is to try and get some more evidence, really, to find out, what is really going on here.
Oh, I wish we knew.
Because it seems like there's something going on.
There's something going on.
But I'm not quite sure what it is.
Yeah.
So what I'd like to do is to try and do some kind of an experiment so that we can gather some more information and see what happens.
Okay.
So I'd like to think of an experiment in some ways that tests out whether people can read your thoughts. That's really the crux of it all?
That's what I want to do.
Okay. I'm just wondering, have you got any kind of creative ideas that you could think of that would find out whether or not people are, that if I was watching, we would know one way or the other, or find a bit more information about what's going on.
So we're both going to watch.
Well, I was just thinking it might be
out.
useful if I was there, because at the moment, how at the moment do you know that people are reading your thoughts?
Well, I stay in my flat a lot, as you know, because I'm a bit too scared to go out. But sometimes, maybe it's like once every couple of hours, I can feel it starting to come on.
Right.
And then there's the whoosh.
Yeah.
Thoughts gone, empty head, and it goes out. And I look out the window, and I can see that, like, there's one woman talking to another woman, and she turns her head away. I'm thinking, oh, jinx, they've gone out again.
So it's something about how people react at that time.
Absolutely.
Right, okay. So, any thoughts about what we might be able to do?
Think a really funny joke.
Okay.
But my thoughts aren't like that. My thoughts are mixed up and sad and shameful.
Can you think of something that would get a real reaction from people in terms of behaviour that we could observe? Something that, there would be absolutely no questions about what was going on in terms of how people reacted in terms of behaviour.
In terms of seeing them actually moving.
That might be something that would be quite useful, yeah.
Well, suppose I thought that that band One Direction.
I've heard of them.
Suppose
yes.
I say One Direction are about to open a supermarket in the shopping centre.
Okay.
Because people go crazy for them.
Okay. So if you had that thought, anyway,
Yeah.
what would we expect to see?
Well, I think some people will be disgusted because they don't like them.
Right.
But lots of people will be running to the supermarket,
Okay.
I think.
Right. So if I was with you and I said, right, you need to keep having that thought,
Yeah.
we would see people running towards the supermarket.
You would definitely see some of the younger end of the market running.
Okay, then. Okay, so that would prove that people were actually getting that thought.
Yeah, it would.
Okay, if we were in that situation and people didn't start running, what do you think that would mean?
Might mean they don't like One Direction. Might mean they didn't pick it up.
Right.
Might mean they're preoccupied with their own thoughts. I don't know.
Right, because I'm just wondering, if we're going to set this up as an experiment, we've got to think about how we're going to interpret the results when we see them. So I suppose that's one thing. It needs to be something that we're pretty convinced that if we don't get a result, there's a good chance it means they're not picking up your thoughts, if you know what I mean.
It needs to be something bigger than this One Direction thing, doesn't it?
I just wonder.
Like maybe some kind of super sale.
Okay.
Things are cut to 20% of their proper price.
Okay.
Really
Right.
nice furniture and clothes and stuff.
Right, okay. And what would happen if people didn't run when they got that thought? What would that mean?
Well, I suppose that I'd start to wonder if the thoughts were going to them.
Okay, so it might make you wonder whether or not it was happening or not.
Yeah.
Okay, because it
Yeah,
needs to be a
just-
valid experiment. I suppose that's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to get at. It's no good setting up an experiment if it doesn't really give us any more information.
But if it's not going to them, where are they going?
Well, perhaps that's the next thing to think about. So first of all, Is it going to the other folks?
Okay.
And then the next bit is, well, if it's not, because we don't know, it might be that everyone starts running through the shopping centre at this stage, in which case we're going to have to deal with that. But for now, I suppose we just need to look at that. So is there a certain time or kind of particular shopping centre we need to go to, or?
Well, we can look out my window and we can see the shopping centre.
Okay, so...
And it's every couple of hours this happens.
Right. So we could do it from your flat, and we could actually observe what's going on outside. And you'd be happy that that was a pretty decent experiment to test things out.
If you were there, that would really help me.
Okay. Okay, then shall we arrange a time then, and we can set that up?